Hello everybody, welcome to another session of Healthy Habits cooking series. We are going to be making a Zaatar Chicken Couscous Salad today. We're going to be using couscous, we're going to be using some locally sourced microgreens from Planted Detroit, and we are also going to be using some fresh vegetables from the Eastern market. So first thing you're going to want to keep in mind is you're going to want to cook the chicken and the couscous ahead of time. Those will be the only two things that'll take a little bit of time to do, so we'll get started with those. Here I just have regular chicken breast. I seasoned it with a bunch of different seasonings, but specifically we're going to be using a Zaatar seasoning. It's a Middle Eastern seasoning. It's got some za'atar leaves, sumac, sesame seeds, some olive oil, and some salt. You can make your own seasoning at home with some salt and pepper, some sesame seeds, different herbs, but you can also find this at your supermarket. So what you want to do is you're going to season your chicken. Just gonna give it a nice little cover of some seasonings. I'm gonna be cooking in some olive oil today. When cooking with olive oil, just make sure that you keep in mind that it tends to burn a little bit quicker than other oils. Couscous is a type of grain, a little fluffy. You can eat it cold, you can eat it warm. How you're gonna make this is you're gonna first heat up the water and the oil by itself. Once it gets up to temperature, you're gonna look for a light little simmer, maybe a little heavier. And then once it starts simmering, you are going to add in your seasoning packet. Over here, we're going to be making our own dressing. So we have some lemon juice. I use some salt, a little pepper, some garlic, and I also use the Zaatar seasoning. You're basically just going to mix all of it together with the lemon juice. And this is going to be the dressing for the salad. So this isn't a traditional salad. It's going to be with microgreens, with some couscous on top, with your protein and your vegetables. We are using some microgreens today, but specifically we have some baby parsley microgreens. We also have some wasabi. You can use any kind of microgreens you have, or if you can't find microgreens, you can always use a regular salad mix. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the dressing, I'm going to plop it in there. We're going to mix it around, pre-mix it. Make sure you keep an eye on your chicken and your couscous. Looks like the couscous is getting ready for me to add in. So what you're going to do is you're going to add it into the water and then immediately turn off the heat. Add it in, turn off the heat. You'll mix it around. You'll notice it'll start fluffing up. That's exactly what you want. Now again, if anybody's never cooked with couscous before, it's kind of like a soft grain, not quite like a noodle. It's kind of like a mixture between like a rice and amaranth, if you ever used it. It's a type of grain. Now we're going to cover it, completely remove it from the heat, and we're going to let that do its thing for a little bit. Now once your couscous is cooked, once your chicken is cooked, and once your microgreens are all well seasoned, you can start assembling the salad. So for our veggies today, I got some I got some red pepper and some green onion. And I also have some pitted olives. And we have a little bit of feta cheese that we're going to put on top as well. So you can either choose to put the microgreens on top of your couscous, or you can do the couscous on top of your microgreens, however you want to plate it. Today, I'm just going to do the microgreens first. You can bring over your finished couscous. You can add in some of your veggies. Olives. Now, if you don't want your olives like this, you can always chop them into smaller pieces, especially if you have children eating. Add some feta. And then, of course, we'll add in our protein. All right, now at this point, you can add more seasoning on top. You can drizzle with a little bit of olive oil. I'll do just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of shine. A little bit of seasoning on top. And there you have your Zaatar Chicken Couscous Salad. Thank you again for joining us for another Healthy Habits cooking demonstration. Please like and subscribe and let us know what you think in the comments.